Every time a politician steps into a crowd surrounded by Secret Service agents, that protection exists because of one murder most people have never heard of. In 1881, a single gunshot in a train station didn't just kill a president. It destroyed the entire system that decided who got government jobs in America. This is the assassination that changed democracy itself. Before this murder, getting a government job in America had nothing to do with qualifications. When a new president won an election, he fired everyone and replaced them with his supporters. This was called the spoils system. Postmasters, tax collectors, diplomats, all chosen based on political loyalty, not competence. Thousands of job seekers would literally camp outside the White House begging for positions. Charles Guiteau was a failed lawyer who wrote one speech supporting James Garfield's presidential campaign. He convinced himself this entitled him to a government position. Guiteau showed up at the White House repeatedly, demanding to be made ambassador to France. He had no qualifications, no connections, just delusion and entitlement born from a broken system. Secretary of State James Blaine finally banned Guiteau from the building. The rejection shattered Guiteau's fantasy. But instead of accepting reality, his mind twisted the situation into something darker. He decided that President Garfield was ruining the Republican Party by not giving loyal supporters like himself their deserved rewards. Guiteau began planning murder as a political correction. Guiteau bought a revolver and stalked President Garfield for weeks. On July 2, 1881, Garfield walked through the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad station with almost no security. Guiteau approached from behind and fired twice. One bullet grazed Garfield's arm, the other lodged in his back. Guiteau calmly announced he was a stalwart Republican and that Vice President Arthur would now be president. Garfield didn't die immediately. Doctors spent 11 weeks probing his wound with unsterilized instruments, trying to find the bullet. They likely caused the infection that killed him. Alexander Graham Bell even invented a metal detector to locate the bullet, but it failed because Garfield was lying on a bed with metal springs. On September 19th, Garfield finally died from infection and internal bleeding. At his trial, Guiteau showed no remorse. He claimed divine inspiration and argued that the doctors killed Garfield, not him. He believed he deserved gratitude for removing a president he saw as betraying the spoils system. The jury deliberated for 1 hour. Guiteau was hanged on June 30, 1882. His last words were a poem he wrote about his own execution. The assassination exposed how dangerous the spoils system had become. A delusional office seeker had murdered a president because the system promised jobs as political rewards. Newspapers across America demanded reform. The public finally understood that letting unqualified people run the government based on loyalty was not just inefficient, it was deadly. In 1883, Congress passed the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act. Government jobs would now be awarded based on merit, determined by competitive examinations. Political appointments were restricted. The law created the foundation for the modern civil service system used today. One assassination had dismantled a corruption system that had existed since Andrew Jackson's presidency 50 years earlier. The spoils system died with Garfield. Professional bureaucracy replaced political favoritism. Government agencies became staffed by trained experts instead of campaign donors. The change wasn't just American. Countries worldwide adopted merit-based civil service systems. A single act of violence had accidentally forced democracy to evolve beyond its most corrupt instincts. James Garfield served as president for only 200 days, but his death accomplished what his life couldn't: permanent reform of American government. The next time someone complains about bureaucracy, remember it replaced a system where assassins felt entitled to government jobs. If this story changed how you see modern democracy, subscribe for more forgotten history that shaped the world we live in.